Welcome. Welcome back to another episode of TSP. How you guys doing?
Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen, comrades.
Comrades.
Comrades. So today we're sitting here with Ed. He's probably one of the youngest state commanders in the VFW. Is that correct?
Oh, no. I definitely was the youngest one in my department, but over the last few years, Corey Geisler out of Wisconsin,
Yep.
he's in his 30s, and I
Oh,
believe
damn.
there was somebody even in their late 20s, like 4 or 5 years ago, but I can't remember their name.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, and don't forget Nate Sesko. He was a young cat too, from
Yes,
Kentucky.
Was one of my classmates, and oh my God, yes, he is much younger than me, and man, finished second to him again, man.
I know you guys, dude. You guys were going back and forth. I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, come on, South Carolina, let's go. Kentucky's not that good. Sorry, just kidding. Just kidding, Nathan.
Nathan really, Nathan had it going on this year, and if I was going to lose to anybody, it would have been Nathan. But we were district and post commander the same years too, and we were actually in the same division at post and district level, and I finished second to him a few years back. So
wow,
yeah. So.
Huh. All right, so before we get started, I just want to thank our viewers, our listeners. We appreciate your help, and if you want to help the show, all the links are in the bottom. We do a lot of cool things. We send veterans and first responders to sporting events with the money that comes into the show. So we really appreciate any help we can get. We have a big fundraiser for the show, the nonprofit, on September 11th at
Single Tree Barbecue.
Yes, thank you. Single Tree Barbecue, 1700 Middle Tennessee, Murfreesboro to be exact. If you're in the area, stop by. We'd love to see you. What else we got going on there, chaps?
I don't know, man, but your intro, you just sounded like I was like listening to NPR. I swear to God, it was awesome. And I love NPR. I was like, wow, he had it together. Anything else coming up? Yes, August 24th, we have a meet and greet for the veterans of Rutherford County at Single Tree Barbecue again. August 24th, it starts at 1700 or 1730, and it'll go until the food runs out. So,
yes,
if you're a veteran in Rutherford County, come on out, have some fun.
Oh yeah, we're always doing something. Actually, if you're in Murfreesboro on a Sunday, swing on by to Joni's and have a cup of coffee with a veteran.
Oh, dude, nice. That's a good pull. Joni's, we love you. Thank you for hosting us.
Yes, Single Tree Barbecue is going to be our show sponsor. I reached out to Charlie over there. He's also an Army veteran, and he's doing a lot of great things for us. So he's going to come on as a sponsor. So soon you'll see his logo and some commercials going for him. So
Ed, his TikToks are amazing. I got to send you the TikToks of this guy. They're crazy, out of this world.
I am not very good with a TikTok, but
neither am I.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I think he's having his 10-year-old kid or something do it because they're too good for an old man like him.
Dude, I'm just starting to learn Facebook. Okay, after Fritz a couple years ago.
I got Facebook.
Yes, so hey, we're here with Ed. He's the he's a Triple Crown commander. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Ed, introduce yourself, sir.
Okay. Yes, I am Ed Stefanak Jr. Currently, I am the eligibility coordinator for national for Veterans of Foreign Wars at national headquarters in Kansas City, Missouri.
Wow.
Last year, I was state commander of South Carolina. I was the youngest state commander that the department ever had, and reached membership percentage of 105.21%, which was the highest that our department had ever reached. We had 60 out of 66 posts that were 100% plus. And we had 7 out of our 8 districts were 100% plus.
Damn.
Yep. Our department made All-American. 7 out of my 8 districts made All-American. And 32 of my 66 posts made All-American. So it was a really, all of which was records. Four of the 8 districts walked the stage, and 18 of the 32 posts that made All-American walked the stage. So it was just a phenomenal year, but I was up against a lot of stiff competition. Like, like I said, Kentucky, Louisiana, Washington. I mean, the top 10 was very competitive. And really, I was really happy for all my classmates because they really, we had 48 departments last year out of 52 that were 100%. And that was the most since BJ Lawrence, when he had 47. So,
wow, dude, I didn't know that number. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a really good year. This is the second time in 4 years that National was over 100%. We missed 102% by not very much. It was a very good year, and I'm excited about the energy going into this year because I think Dwayne's going to have a wonderful year. I've been a district commander, All-American district commander. I did that for 2 years. I've held every position basically in the district, junior on up, inspector, adjutant. I started off as a post adjutant, then I became a post commander, 2-time All-American post commander.
Me too.
I did that for 5 years. If you could be a post commander, you can do anything in this organization. That is the most thankless job there is in the VF.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Being commander is a very tough job.
He's finding out now.
Yes. Being post commander is the most thankless job in the VFW. But
it is.
If you're a good post commander, you can grow your post and make it through all the adversities. But
thank you, Flake.
That's all right. You better know 218 and 220 by the back of your hand, because that's most all your problems in the VFW is Section 218 and Section 220 and Section 1001, how to run a meeting. Those are the 3 most important things to know in the bylaws.
Wait. Did you just mention Section 220? I just read that today because I have to fill a vacancy, and I just had to read up on Section 220, which, by the way, is if you have a vacancy by the bylaws, you have to fill that by the next meeting or special meeting.
Right. Exactly. That is correct.
Yes, this is my first. I did my first installation. No, I didn't do it. Wait, did I do it? Wait, did I do that? No, I didn't do it. This will be my first installation of an officer because I've always been installed by somebody else. This will be my first time doing just one person, and then hopefully next year I can do the installation of the new officers.
That is the greatest honor that you could ever do to a commander, is do the installment or, install an officer, because that means that, when I didn't really do any installations until I was district commander, and I installed all my post commanders going into my second year. And I'll tell you what, that was the greatest thing, because that part, when you're turning the gavel over to the commander, you make sure that they listen to every single word you're saying, because when you pass that gavel and you say that part in the installation, that is basically your responsibility for the whole entire year. It's all written in that section, and that is like the most amazing thing you can ever do, is install somebody, or when a new comrade and you have them take the oath of a comrade. That is the second best thing.
I've done that once. That was
what
fun.
are the requirements to install a post?
The requirements?
Yeah, do you have to be like a past commander or past state commander, past district?
You can install a post commander if you're a past post commander. At the district level, you can install anybody that you can only install anyone at your level or below. A state, you can install everybody, and I did that a lot. In my year, I installed a lot. There was some commanders resigned or passed away, and I installed the new officers. And that was really, that's just something that's just amazing, because then they're getting that for somebody that's held that gavel before, and you look them straight in the eye and you tell them exactly what their duties and responsibilities are and what the responsibility of the gavel is, and it's just an amazing thing. I mean, it's if somebody has you install them, that's an honor, and it should be treated as an honor. There's a lot of people that joke around about it. Oh, we do this all the time. We do this all the time. No, you can make it fun and exciting. There's nothing boring about it. You don't have to do the whole entire thing. You can do,
Short form,
you can modify it, make it exciting. They're not going to throw you in VFW jail if you do the whole entire thing,
Right.
or if you don't do the whole entire thing. So,
I know I realize the American Legion and the VFW are two separate entities, but it looks like Colorado American Legion is
in trouble.
World of Hurt. That's it's embarrassing, man.
I am not a Legion. I am not a Legion member.
Legionnaire.
I'm not a Legionnaire. I'm not a Legionnaire.
Sorry, had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
I made the American Legion mad a few years ago when they're like, "Hey Ed, why aren't you a member?" And I said, "Because I qualify for the elite."
Yeah, dude, you are. I'm sorry, I gotta say this, man. Your posts are very how can I say this? Very cocky, and I like it. They're very like when you were on the telephone, like, "Hey, I'm just calling in some more members." Dude, I thought that was hilarious when I saw that. I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome."
In the VFW, we're humans. We're not like robots. We were robots when we were in the military, and we're not.
There it goes. What the hell?
We're not robots. Everybody has their personality, and that's the thing I love the most about the VFW is that everybody has their own personality, and it's great. It's
right.
And if you want, I mean, I'm Generation X. I know you all are Generation. We're a lot edgier than the generation before us, and they're just gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's lines. We don't cross them, but we have to be us. We can't be afraid to be us. Who do you want leading you? Oh, well, we're going to make 102%. We're going to do that. Nope. Or do you want somebody out front saying, we're going to freaking do this all the way, every day. Lead the way.
Wow. I did that like 2 months ago. That same exact energy.
Yeah. Throughout the knife hands, too.
I did. I was like,
That's right. So, who do you want to lead you? Do you want to be like, ho hum, we're going to get there?
Nope.
Or do you want to get there and exceed? Do you want to, I always want to exceed. And I get so excited when I see other people I want to see everyone succeed. If I lose to somebody, I'll stand up and I'll clap the loudest I can clap for them, and it's great. It's friendly competition. That's the way it should be.
I'm glad you said that, Ed, because when you put your numbers up there, it just makes me want to beat you more.
Right. And I want you to want to do it.
But hey, listen, Fleek, he's at like 45 right now. Yeah. I'm at like 17. Like I've got, but he also went to Sturgis, and he put in. How many did you put in Sturgis?
I left Kansas City with 24, and I have 45 now.
Yeah.
So I put 21 in, but I put 50. Actually, Sturgis wasn't as great as Sturgis was not a very good showing for me because I eggshelled my first day, which I haven't done that in a very long time.
Oh, wow.
And that's hard to get over because you put a lot of time talking to people to get them interested. Like, I don't just say, hey, join the VF. Are you a veteran? Are you this? I said, hey, I can tell by looking at people, you can see there's signs of veterans and there's certain people walk. So I go up and I'm like, hey, where are you from? And they're like, oh, we're from Wisconsin. And I'm like, oh, cool. I said, did you guys ride up here? And they're like, oh, yeah. And then I started to get to talk to them. I'm like, so did you serve in the military? And they're like, oh, yeah, I was Army. And you're like giving the rundown of the VFW, not really asking them if they're eligible. or if they're already a member. But I just like to spread, the advocacy that we do for the organization, because that's our biggest selling point is the
Yeah.
advocacy.
Dude,
And
that's right from the playbook, man. That's right from
right,
that little pamphlet. Build a
but
rapport. That's right.
it's very exhausting when you go through the whole entire thing and you got them interested and then they're not eligible, or they're already a member, or they just say they're not interested, and it's exhausting, especially when you eggshell, because you always need that one to give you the uplift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I put 15 in one day, which was
Damn.
good. I managed. Well, yeah. I mean, if I can sign 3 people up at a time, and I've done that because Darlington and other events I've done. The volume, like Comic Cons and all that stuff. I mean, it's just the volume of people. It's worth it because you're spreading even if they're not a veteran, maybe they're a family of the veteran, and then you can talk to them about, hey, you can join our auxiliary, because we also
Yeah.
have to help each other out. We
Yeah.
both the auxiliary and the comrades have to help each other out with membership.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
So,
Right.
Ed, when you're out and you're doing this, do you just break out your phone and have them fill this out?
No. So what I do, and
I do. I do.
I use the app, but I do it in a sneaky way. So I get them interested, and I said, hey, do you want to join the VFW? And they're like, yeah. And I said, well, or no. And they're like, well, it'll take me 2 minutes. So I bust my phone out and I said, let me see your driver's license. I get that information typed in so fast with a driver's license.
Yeah.
I ask email and phone number, and then by the time I get to the next page to do campaigns and all that stuff, I already know that information because I've been talking to them. So that goes by fast. And then it's the payments, and then I hold up the phone and I say, now look, you can give me $45 today, but if you're really not going to miss the money, here's, you can give me $45, right? You can give me $45 today and 30 some dollars the next
Every
11
month.
months. You don't ever have to worry about it again. And I'll tell you what, my closing deal on that is amazing. And that's what we want.
Well, yes, that is one of our goals. I'm trying to set some goals, and we have a lot of annual members, but that's one of our things. We need to push those annuals to be life.
So here you can do at your post meetings that works. So I did 2 things. I did I had 22 tickets that we sold for $20 each at each meeting, and at the end of the meeting, we would draw the ticket, and they could upgrade. Well, there's 12 options. There's 12 options for annual members to become life members, and then I also did another thing. If you did if you attended 11 meetings, 11 total meetings for the year, and you did X amount of, buddy poppy drives, membership drives, if you did reports, or if you did this or you did that, you did X amount a month. I didn't ask for much. It was like 4 hours a month, attend 11 straight meetings. I would get, the post would buy you a life membership.
See,
That's a good idea.
we
I
did
like
that
that.
for the quarters. But that is
Yeah.
a really great. That's a really great idea, and definitely send that to me via email because I definitely want to bring that up at my next meeting, which is actually on Thursday. It's in 2 days, and I think that would work for a lot of
Yeah.
my guys, and it would work for a lot of other posts. I mean, we have like 87 here in Tennessee, and I think that would work.
Now, also, there was another. I also had a partnership with Little Caesars and
Nice.
Ace Hardware. They would give us $100 a year towards upgrading a life membership. So if I had like 2 or 3 that did a really good job, the post would pay for one, and we give $100 discount to the other 2. So that really helped out too. So
That is a fantastic. Oh man, I should be taking notes
Yeah.
right now. What is wrong with me?
okay, recording it.
Ed, those are brilliant ideas, man. I love it.
They're
But
not my ideas. People. The best thing about being district commander and state commanders, and also, having a class of state commanders and different ideas is that people share their ideas, and that's what it's all about. It's about comradeship and sharing those kind of stories and seeing what works. Now, some of these things don't work at some posts. Some ideas don't work at posts, but you got to cherry pick. And there's no original idea in the VFW. It's just taking an idea and making it better.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, chaps.
No. Yes,
chaps,
sir.
This is why he's in Kansas City and you're not.
Ouch. Dude, that hurts, man. That really hurts. Dude, right here. Right here. That hurts right there. That hurts me.
I should have worn my VFW shirt, damn it.
Hey, listen, I got them in the back of the car, man. They're, I got them for the post to sell, and yeah, they're amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping things will, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very good year for us. Last year was good.
Yes.
The year before was good.
I really think the last 5 years in the VFW has just been really
changed.
Well, I don't want to scare anybody, but it's really been a revolution the last 5 years. Like,
I agree.
There are a lot of newer comrades, and I don't want to say young or old because I don't want to discriminate in age, but there are newer comrades coming up through the chairs and making a big impact.
Yeah.
Some of them are older, some of them are middle aged, and some of them are younger. But I feel like everyone is taking that energy and trying to, get to the next level. And one of the things is, I'm third generation VFW. My first memories of the VFW is when I'm like 7 years old. I had this guy, Mr. Deal, for my post in Auburn, New York. He's like, hey, go hustle these hot dog tickets. Like $5 on Memorial Day. I'm out there hustling tickets. I'm bringing them back money. Money. I'd go out and help a buddy Poppy drive, and I know how VFWs are supposed to be. And it's been in my life. I knew when I went to combat. When I came back, the first thing I did in 1999, I joined the VFW, and I've been a member now for going on 25 years,
Holy crap.
Yeah.
1999?
So, yeah, 1999, when I got back from Bosnia, I joined the VFW.
Man, 99. Damn, I was in college. I was a junior in college when you got back from Bosnia.
Yep. And then, it's... I always say I love when I sign up husband and wives into the VFW because, there's a lot of them out there, but nobody ever.
Right.
So when I see a guy with a woman, I always talk to her. I don't even talk to the dude. I talk to her and I'm like, hey, did you serve? Like, no, but my husband did, or yes, I did. And I said, hey, where were you stationed at? And I get to know her because we ignore the females, and we need more female comrades.
Mm-hmm.
But also, by talking to her, even if she's not a veteran, I look at both of them and I said, a family that stays together, VFWs together.
Yep.
And
hey, so, my wife's in the auxiliary.
Great.
We're trying to get Fleek's wife into the auxiliary. It's coming. Hey, it's coming back. It's coming back, man. It really is. Like I can't say it on the air, but there's some things happening. They have this president he's a go-getter.
Right.
Yeah.
He's talking with the president of our auxiliary now, and it's going to be good things for us. Good things.
That's really good.
Ed, I just want to come back. Where are you originally from? You said New York, South Carolina. Where are you from originally?
I was born and raised in Auburn, New York for the first 20 years of my life. I joined the military and went down to Fort Benning, Georgia.
Shit.
Yep. Infantry, 11
Bravo, right?
11 Charlie. So I was a little
11 Charlie.
because I knew how to do math. I served at 10th Mountain Division in Fort Benning, Georgia for most of my career. I was in 9.5 years. I got injured, my foot and ankle. I couldn't do the run or sit-ups anymore. I got medically discharged at 9.5. I wanted to do 20, but I got out and basically found my way in this world, and here I am now. You know, it's if it wasn't for the VFW, honestly, I would not be here. You know, I really wouldn't. I don't know if I would have really found my way, because I've always, at the post level, district level, state level, and even now at the national level, I have so much support from people, and I support so many people that, you know, it's just, this is the greatest. If I didn't have the bond that I have with all of you and everybody that's watching and everybody that I do, I mean, this is great. This is like almost being in the military, except without having to go out to the field.
And
Right.
and you don't have to be a garrison person. You don't have to do the colors and all that. I mean, yeah, it just takes all that fanfare out, and it's just getting to know people and
It's
relying
so
on them.
cool.
And yeah,
It's so cool to, like, you know, see what you do, and, you know, see what, I mean, it's just so great to open up Facebook every morning and look at what all the comrades in my department in South Carolina are doing and what the post commanders are doing, but not, you know, seeing what Tennessee is doing, seeing what Georgia's doing, seeing what all these other departments, and it's just so great to see, because everyone is really, really trying, you know, and
yeah.
it's a really good thing to see.
Now, Ed, I did have a question because this sometimes comes up. Um, where people have come up to me and like, I can't find any veterans. Like, where can I find them? And I'm like, oh crap,
Oh shit!
dang, he
You
left.
scared him.
Ed, get back. Ed, come back, please. Man, that was going to be a good question too.
Yep. Yep. All right.
Damn, man, he'll be back. He'll be
Well,
back.
what
I
should we
hope
talk
he's going to be
about
back.
till he comes back?
I
You
don't
think
know, but
you think he
finding
realizes he's
younger
gone?
members, which can be done. I mean, Fleek's done it. I've done it.
Oh, look here.
Oh, hey, I've got a pitch.
What the hell happened?
Buy
I don't
Paul
know what-
Freeman's book. Buy
every
Chief Freeman's book right now.
everything black.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Actually, no.
Out
My
in
question
Georgia.
was, a lot of my guys are like, I can't find any veterans. Like, where are they? Like, I can't find the younger generation of veterans. And I'm like, they're out there. You just have to go and actually work and look for them. Do you have any words of wisdom for our viewers on finding veterans to entice them into the VFW?
Oh, of course. When I was post commander in Gaffney, South Carolina, we had a racetrack, and we Google searched when all the races were. I went out there and talked to the racetrack owner, and I said, "Hey, we would like to get a Buddy Poppy." It started off as a Buddy Poppy table, and I didn't even do membership. I didn't even know how to do membership. I didn't even know what I was doing. I mean, they just threw the book at me, like, "Here, you're commander now." And we raised $1,700 in money that day for distributing poppies, and then a couple people that I talked to, I saw that they came to the post, and so that, I mean, you just got to Google search, like, fairs, Comic Cons, gun shows. Try to go and talk to the people prior to. Try not to have to pay any money to do these events. Just look, we're a veterans organization. We're poor as hell. That might not be the case, but I always just say we're poor as hell. We can't give you any money, but we're veterans. Help us. We're trying to help advocate for our veterans. So if you help us, maybe we can help you down the road. So
Spoken like a true genius. Thank you, Ed. I've used that tactic many times. I just needed I needed a second opinion from you,
Right.
and that's great. I mean, getting out there. I go on Facebook and I look at the events coming up like 4 or 5 months out, and I'm like,
right,
wow, this could be good for us. This could be good.
yeah.
Like last year, this is the first year we did it, the Murfreesboro Barbecue Fest, and I'm like, oh yeah, That would be
Yeah, that was a
awesome.
good one.
And we had an 8x12. We had a tent, and we were there, and it was free. Nonprofits get it for free, and we were there for like 6 hours. And I think we got like 5 people and maybe like $75 in donations, but we weren't asking for much because
And free
we just
food.
wanted to be there and show that we could be out there in the community.
So
Oh, that,
the most heartbreaking thing about that when I first started was, I saw some older folks and they're like, we haven't seen a Buddy Poppy in 5 years, and that like broke my heart. And I'm like, you will see us every quarter, and then that every quarter became, every other month, and then it became every month, and then it
Yeah.
was become every other week. So it was because we were growing and building and expanding because we reached out to our community. Now, another good thing to do is go straight to the high school, to the ROTC program. Build
Yes!
build that relationship, because the ROTC is going to be the one that's probably going to give you the voice of democracy, which is almost the hardest thing to get.
Got it.
But you also put the ROTC instructor in as teacher of the year. So you got two right there.
look,
And then
hey, look,
schools.
Dude,
we've
you
done that.
you just said what I had done like last year. We adopted a
Yeah.
JROTC. We adopted them 2 years ago, and the 9 through 12 was Colonel Jeffrey Gaylord of the Blackman High School. He won the state of Tennessee. He's a life member. His chief warrant officer is a life member, and his first sergeant is an annual member. And we need to change him to be a life member. But we get like 19 VOD submissions just from that JRTC unit. It's amazing.
You're also getting VOD entries, but think about the ROTC entries. The ROTC entries for the national program, nobody puts any winners in there. It's a give me. You know what I mean? It's a give me.
Oh, crap. I forgot about that. Shit.
It's okay. It's okay. This year, though, you got plenty
Now I
of
know.
time. Yep. Yeah.
Well, Ed, there's so many programs in the VFW. I mean, you know the normal ones, okay? But it's just like every day I'm looking through the book and I'm like, oh, we can do that? Like every day I'm finding new and more things that the VFW can do for us and do for our community. It's a never ending.
It isn't.
It's never ending at all. They've always are coming up with something. It's amazing.
Andrew, as long as you follow the bylaws, and maybe even if you step outside the bylaws a little bit, they're not going to put you in VFW jail for trying.
I do this. I don't do this. I bend just a tad. Actually, that right there, this little show and tell that I was doing, I heard this from I'm not going to give you the name, but I heard it from a president of an auxiliary, like state wise. Not, and I don't know which state, but they told me this, and they're like, okay, well, if you can do this and just not rip it in half, you're good to go.
Yeah, you don't rip in half.
No, never. No.
Never rip in half. But the relationship with ROTC is definitely one, because then also it's cool to have a Memorial Day service and have your ROTC do the ceremony. I mean, not every post has an honor guard, and people are going to come out. If you do a Memorial Day service at your post, kids are there. The adults are going to come out and they're going to go, what is this all about? How do I become a member? Maybe they're not a veteran, but they're an auxiliary member. I mean, you're building your post. I mean, it's like church. You have to have the fellowship and have the outreach if you want members. If once you, like I did this in my meeting, I said, I rule like this with open hands. If I close my hands, what can get in? But if I open my hands, everybody can get in. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about.
You're like Augustus Caesar, dude. That is amazing. that is a great metaphor that you just did. That's amazing. Awesome. Exactly. I'm so happy for you, dude. You're killing it up in the VFW, man. You're killing it. You're up with my friends, with Brian, with Lynn, with Corey, with Oh. Who's in charge of membership again?
Oh, Corey is.
Corey, yeah, and then Rick, also Rick, the other Rick, not
Rick
Rick Butler, right?
Rick Butler resigned after the convention.
He did.
Yes, he
Oh man, I didn't know that.
he has some personal issues that he needs to
Okay.
attend. I don't know. You have to call him and ask him.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, yeah, Corey and Lynn and Dwayne and Al and hey, God bless Carol. Okay,
Yeah,
Carol Whitmore.
I am
the new-
so excited about Carol. I mean, I love Dwayne. I'm excited about Dwayne. I'm excited about Hal, but I am really excited about Carol because she is going, well, if everything, we can't really say she's going to be the chief, but she's going to
she's going to be the first female commander-in-chief of the VFW.
Yes. And
that's amazing.
It's amazing. I got to hang out with her at Sturgis for 6 days. She did an incredible speech at the Veterans Day Appreciation Day in Sturgis downtown. She did a phenomenal speech. I got to know her. I got to know her a little bit more. She got to know me a little bit more. She's really excited about the opportunity that she has, and I think she's really going to make the most of it. She obviously she's just really it is just get to know Carol. She's a great comrade, and she's going to be a great chief.
What department is she from again?
Iowa.
That's right, Iowa. Man, I keep on forgetting that one. Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I mean, she was great. She was out there recruiting with us. She was down there in the trenches with us. It was great. I think, like, really honestly, the last 5 years, I'm not taking anything away from any other Chiefs, but like the last 5 years, the Chiefs have really been hands-on, and I just think things have been going really well for the VFW.
It's looking up. I mean, we're getting our numbers. We're getting closer and closer back to that million member mark. I think it's amazing. I think our leadership is actually national wise is really, really good. And you guys have helped us. I mean, Brian Walker is my mentor. He's the one that got me to be a state chaplain. He's the one that he's like, Andrew, you would make a really good chaplain. You should run for state chaplain. I'm like, okay. He taught me how to campaign. He taught me how to do. I mean, I'm indebted to Brian, and right now he is killing it. He's killing it.
Yeah, definitely.
At the assistant adjutant position, killing it.
Right. Oh, Brian is. I really. I'm really blessed to be surrounded with so many great comrades. At the top, and also down all the way to the post level. I really think that we're making those changes, and yeah, you're not indebted to Brian. If Brian didn't see a reason to put that effort into you, then he wouldn't. I mean, you are trying to progress, and that's the same way. My boy Chad Caldwell, he's going to be going for junior vice commander for the department going into next year, and I've mentored him. I taught him how to do his stuff. He's done things his way, and that's fine, because you know what? You don't have to do it my way. You got to do what works for you. And
we're not robots, like you said before. We're not robots.
And we shouldn't be controlled. That when I would say that the VFW's put some band-aids on some stuff, and it's time to rip the band-aids off, see what we got, fix what we got, come together for the same mission, and that is to advocate and help veterans, and that's all we're here to do.
What's your official title with the VFW?
I am the eligibility coordinator.
Eligibility.
So apply online.
Oh, that's you? So when I put somebody in online, you say, yes, it's good to go.
I say yes, depending on the information that you put in. Also, if a post is having difficulty determining if someone's eligible, they can call me and ask me. I normally ask them to send me their DD-214 so I can look at it, or they can just tell me. I can pretty much ask them over the phone if if they what campaign medals they have, or if they have the hazardous duty pay or the imminent danger pay or the hostile fire pay. I can ask them that um, and help them out determining if someone's eligible or what the comrade had. Like sometimes people call me is like, hey, I got a dishonorable discharge. This is what happened. I said, hey, when did you get out? If it was in 5 years, we can try to get it overturned with archives.gov. But if it's over that, then we need to get them with our MVS so they can try to help them overturn that, because some of us were 20-year-old punks. We made bad decisions, but that shouldn't be held against us. Especially if we went overseas and fought for our country. We make mistakes. So
I was 26 and I made some bad decisions when I joined.
I'm 47. I'm still making bad decisions.
God bless you, man. God bless you.
Definitely. But yeah, this is great. Like tonight's great. Hanging out with you all, because I've seen your show before with different people you had on. I whenever I see them pop up on Facebook, I always watch them. It always seems like you're having a fun time, and this is a good.
Oh man, thanks, Ed. That means a lot for me and Fleek. I know a lot of people watch our show, but we don't really get any. I don't get that much feedback. Actually, Fleek, he sees all the feedback. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just here to back him up.
I've watched a few of your shows, and I'll tell you what, man, you guys do a great job, and
Thank you, Ed.
I can make some suggestions.
Please.
With people that you can interview. Like we have a lot of the thing about our generation is we have a lot of veterans groups out there that are trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
My buddy Sean Laurie, he's out there in Florence, South Carolina. Look him up. He's Vet Life for Life. I'm going out there in October to do a walk on the boardwalk, walk out in Myrtle Beach, and it's to raise awareness for N22. He is a motivational speaker, but he was my SVA chairman last year, and I really got him like into the VFW. But he also has his own thing going on, which is really cool too. But we all got to all the different veteran organizations, we have to work together. If we don't work together, we're all here for the same mission, to help veterans. So we can't be dissing on each other and stuff like that. But there are a lot of good veteran organizations out there to look into, and different people that can come in, because we all have our different crafts of how we can help people. And his is for really like trauma, PTSD, being uplifting, trying to show you the path. And he's a novelist. He's written his own book. He's a great guy, and I really have been blessed to really meet a lot of good people throughout my travel in the VFW. So
yeah. Hey, Ed, send me a Facebook message with his Facebook post so I can contact him. Because I'll be down in Savannah.
Will do.
I'll be there October 7th, and we've got. Don't we have something in Savannah next year too? Al's homecoming.
Yeah, probably Al's homecoming. I'm definitely going to go to that.
Oh well, hey, I lived in Savannah. I lived in the Low Country for 16 years. Yep. Actually, South Carolina is on the list. So maybe in about 10 years, my wife and I will be moving to either Georgia or South Carolina. But South Carolina has the 100% property tax exemption, which I love, at up to 6 acres.
So the year before, retirees, the year before my year, Dwight Hora and our legislative chairman, Dennis Harvin, worked with our Veterans Coalition that we have. We work with all of them together. We have a coalition, and we put things, we come up with the ideas of what we want to try to get through. And last year, that was a great accomplishment for Dwight Hora and Dennis Harvin to get that through, because we're in competition with Texas and Florida. They have zero income tax, so
Yeah.
we can keep our veterans here by, you know, retirees not having to pay, you know, taxes and stuff like that. We got to be competitive. We can't keep letting them go out the door. And North Carolina did it the year before us. Is Tennessee working on it?
No, we're at up to 175,000 here in Tennessee of the
Okay.
house.
Okay.
But Georgia, Georgia. Hey, listen, Katrina and I want to live in Savannah if we can afford it. But Georgia, they're not like 100% exempt. They need to get that.
Right. So, and I know other states have followed suit.
18. There's 18 states with property tax exemption, and New Hampshire, Texas, Alabama,
in
New
New York,
Mexico.
New York is about
Yep.
to, because of drum. I mean,
Yeah.
that's huge. That's a huge thing. And
Is Michigan?
Yeah.
Michigan, yes, Michigan. Hey, Katrina wants to live in the UP. I'm like, sweetie, you would not make it one day in the
Yeah.
UP. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go over to Wisconsin because
That's
UP.
right.
No.
It's beautiful, but there's nothing up there.
It's,
Right.
dude. You know, I mean, Ed's a combat vet. You were on a ship. I'm a combat vet. You're a combat vet, Fleek. Like we can go out to the woods and we can be happy. It's just she's a suburbanite, so she needs malls and stuff. And I mean, I love Katrina. I love her, but she's not a camping kind of girl. If you get my drift.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Katrina, I love you, but it's just the truth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to like to eat squirrels and stuff like that if you want to move
I
up
love eating squirrels.
there.
I don't think I've ever had squirrel before. I've had raccoon.
Ooh, yum.
Rabbit, and carp. We had
Carp.
this. I don't want to. I don't want to seem like out of the way, but we had this when I was in New York. We had this one guy. He was Jewish, and he told us to catch all the carp. We brought it to him. I tell you what, that was the most. I've never. That was like my top best fish I ever ate. I was like, wow, the way he prepared it, I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Wow, that's
That
pretty
sounds
cool.
disgusting.
It sounds amazing, actually.
It's
Come on, Fleek, you're a sailor, man. You got to love the fish, right?
Not carp.
I'll tell you what, that guy, he soaked it in something. I don't know what it was. I mean, I was too young then. I was dumb. It was like, hey, come and eat this fish, you know. He smoked it and did something to it. And I'll tell you what, I would say that was in my top 5 best meals I've ever had in my life. I mean, it was really good. That with bluegills too. He I don't know. Bluegills have like no meat on them, and for some reason, it was delicious.
Yeah. So, what would you say to a post that doesn't have a home, that's trying to get a home? What's the best way to get to
good
that?
question.
Really, honestly, I'm kind of jealous of those posts because there's a lot of things. I know the canteen pays the bills, but there's other ways of doing it, and there's a lot of posts finding alternative ways to not have a canteen, because let's get real. These insurance rates are just going to keep going up, and there's going to be less and less that are going to insure us. So that's eventually 10 years from now, a VFW with a bar, you're going to have to be like a multi-million-dollar business, and that's what we're not here for. So really, I've seen. So we had an Upstart post when I was junior vice. Well, going from junior vice to senior vice, there was a post commander that was a post commander at another post, and started their own post. And they just met out at a community center, and they made a deal. The town said, "Hey, you can meet here forever, no cost, no nothing." And it was completely grassroots, the way it's supposed to be. And I nod my hat to her. Yeah.
Ed, that's amazing. Fleek, great question. That actually sounds so familiar. I don't know
Yeah.
where. I don't know where I've heard that before. Wait a minute. Hold on. Man,
Post
I
12
think we did that.
206.
I think we did that 2 years ago in
Yeah.
12206. Wow, Ed, you are just throwing out some like great answers, man. I love it. I'm just loving it over here. I'm loving the
Guess
stuff
what their
that you're putting down,
is?
man. I love it.
Guess what their post number is?
Well, 12.
1207.
Yes, I remember. Oh, you know what? I remember when those guys came alive because
Yep.
I saw their number
Yep.
in the VFW magazine. I
Right.
remember those guys.
And that's amazing. That's an amazing thing. And then there's
Hey,
another post.
what division
Sorry,
are those guys?
well, they're 11,
They're
but
11. Okay.
they're 11, but they're working their way into 10. And I don't see a reason why they can't be like 8 or 9, level out at 8 or 9.
Yeah.
It's a good area, and they're going to do a great job.
Fleek, what are you
There's
doing?
oh
Dude, I don't know. Fleek, what are you doing, man?
I clicked on the wrong thing, man. Sorry.
Dude, you're God right now. You're driving us around. And then I'm talking to Ed. I see like your face just comes right up there. I'm like, I hear Ed's voice, but this is Fleek. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ed, continue.
So then there's another post in Greenwood that has it's the American Legion DAV and the VFW all in. It's called the Veteran Center. Well, I don't think it's called the Veteran Center, but it's all three of them. They all share the same building. They all have their own offices and stuff. But I think that's another phenomenal thing because that we have to work together. Having a close relationship with your American Legion and your DAV, you know, we can help each other with membership. You know, some of them
Yeah.
qualify for, we could all join the VFW. We can all join the DAV, and they can join us. You know, if they're eligible. So
Yeah, and the same with the American
another
Legion.
way.
Like, yeah,
If you pick up one a year from the American Legion, that's one more than you had the year before.
that's true.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
Fleek and I, we belong to the same American Legion, the same VFW.
turn
So
every
yeah,
stone and dig up every grave.
that's
Yes.
true. That is true.
Hey, Ed, can you explain the divisions in the VFW? Like, how do you move up the division or go lower?
So each division, I can't give you the accurate numbers because I don't have it right in front of my face, but each division is governed by how many members they have. So Division 1 is like 950 members and over. Division 1, and Division 11 being the lowest division is 50 members or less. So you got to think about that. In between that is all the other numbers. So
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't exactly know, but each division, like, you know, the All-American program, last year was the top 50. This year we're going back to the top 25 posts and the top 15 district the way it used to be.
Ooh, wait, whoa. Wait, say
Yeah.
that one more time. We're going to 1 through 25 now?
For post, it's 1 through 25, and for district, yep, it's going to be more. But if you make 102%, you have to make 102% and meet all the requirements.
Yeah.
You'll have to buy all your hat and stuff, but it's the top. It's going back to the top 25 for post and the top 15 for district. So it's going to be tight this year, which,
It is.
you know, but, you know, you still hit 102% and everything else. You're still all American. You just don't get to walk the stage.
Well, hey, I could have walked in Phoenix. I could have. I got the email.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I put it under your packet.
But I had my
That was
5-year
cool.
anniversary that same week, and so
Oh, that's fine.
if I was either gonna get divorced and go get my hat, or go, not get my hat and go to Chicago with my wife. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the move.
Are you on the move? Ed's on the move. Ed is on the move.
I'm going to go run somewhere real quick. Hold on.
You're
Hey, you're not going to go to the bathroom, are you? You're going to the head.
This is the first for us. If he
He's gonna
goes to the
play pool.
bathroom.
Yes, I'm going to the bathroom.
You were going to the bathroom?
I'm going to pop off. I'm going to pop off for about 3 seconds.
Are you, dude? This is
Oh,
like,
there he goes.
okay.
Hey, this is a
Oh
first. Look
my
at this.
gosh.
Oh, he is in the bathroom.
This is the first. This is the first, ladies and gentlemen. Our first interviewee is now
Hey,
using the head
ladies
while
and
on an interview.
gentlemen, hey, we're not afraid of anything here at TSP.
You can go to the bathroom. You can go number one. You can go number
Hey,
two.
at least he turned his
Obviously, it
mic
doesn't
off. So,
matter.
hey, at least he turned his mic off so we can't hear him.
That's okay. That's good because a lot of our listeners would probably be very disturbed. Dude, I seriously like it's talking to these guys like Brian and you and Lynn and like it just you guys get me inspired to like do more stuff for the VFW. And sometimes I get tired and I'm like I get, a little fed up and then I go back and I talk to you guys and then I'm re-inspired again. I'm like, I don't know,
Yes,
it's something you guys like make me want to be a better person. I don't know why.
I get it. Sometimes I want to quit doing the show, but then something happens. It's like, damn it, this thing is really working, man. I can't
This,
quit.
dude, I just, you know what? It's funny. I thought that same thing. I was like, man, yeah, I got to do this interview. I want to
Yeah.
spend time with Katrina. And then I'm
So
like,
no, he's back,
hey,
ladies and gentlemen.
Ed, did you hear everything we were talking about?
No, I did not. It was all
Okay.
like
Okay. Yeah.
I put you on the wall and I was like 20 feet away from you. So I kind of heard you guys were talking, but I knew you're probably talking junk and it's okay.
No. Hey,
we
listen,
weren't.
that was the first. We have never had an interviewee go to the bathroom during our
Yeah,
show.
and take us along with them.
Right. Yeah. I was going to fall out here. I mean, that would kind of.
Hey, that's what VFW comrades do for each other.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, chaps, going back to that though, there's been plenty of times where like, man, I don't want to do this interview tonight, man. I'm just tired. I don't want to
Yeah.
do it. I'll
I'm
log
exhausted.
in and do the interview, and I'm just like, oh my God, that was the best interview ever.
It
I'm so
was.
glad I didn't do
You
it.
know,
So
Ed's inspired me again.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just it's something about our interviewees. They just bring so much
Yeah.
life and joie de vivre to
right.
us.
You don't want somebody's like, oh, well, we are.
Yeah.
You don't want a robot. You don't want a robot.
I hate to tell you all, but I only have 6% battery life left. So
We're at an hour anyways.
Hey, dude, you've been great. We're at 59:33.
What is your last undying question to know?
Actually, no. Do you have any words of wisdom for any would-be VFW members or anybody that's listening to our show that is interested in the VFW? How do they go about it?
So, when I'm talking to people and I'm recruiting people, I just tell them well, if I'm a post commander and I'm recruiting, I like to recruit organically, like with my post, but we have at-large moments too. But, obviously with my post, it's different. I like to do recruiting events like a week prior to a steak night and say, hey, if you don't want to join right now, come out Friday, get yourself a steak dinner, bring your family. You're all welcome to come. It's a family environment. And if we don't sign them up there, we sign them up at the steak night. It's a no-brainer. But when you're recruiting an at-large member, let them know it's like, the VFW has always advocated for you while you were serving, and go through your checklist. We created the VA, we did this. You got to have your checklist. But it's like I can sign you up as an at-large member. I want you to, go to the VFW page, hit the zip code, find the post around you, go to one that you feel the most comfortable with, the one that makes you feel welcome, the one that and maybe like I took the rough route. My post was not exactly the greatest post ever, but I made the changes that were necessary to make it a better post. And it wasn't, it was the start. I blazed the trail, and then the people that came behind me really blazed the trail. So now looking back from 10 years ago to now, there's a big change. And I was the start of that, and the people that were behind me kept it going to where it's not. And it's not perfect, but you make your mark. You're either somebody just goes and after work gets a couple beers and, hey Chuck, blah blah blah, I'm out, I'm going home to the wife and kids. You got your ones that come to the meetings, and you meet there an hour before and talk, and you're there 3-4 hours after the meeting's over still talking. It's just it's really just finding, like, trying to feel like you have a home where if you go there, you're not walking into anybody that's going to be like behind your back, like trying to, like, bamboozle you or make you feel unwelcome. Like, you're coming to a brother and sisterhood that's here for you. And every post should be that way. Every post should be welcoming, because if you want to expand your membership, the only way to do it is to make people feel welcome.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot have a legacy if 10 years from now the VFW doesn't exist. I mean, if the VFW doesn't exist in 10 years, what does it matter? What does it matter if I'm not sharing the knowledge, and I am not trying to make you feel like you're a valuable part of this organization, even though you differ from me? What legacy will I have? What legacy will the others have if the VFW? I just feel like we're at that crossroads right now where we're going into the next generation, and it's time for us to step up, and we got to do it.
Amen.
But it can be done different ways.
Well said. Very well said, man.
Yes, excellent.
Thanks,
Ed,
Paul.
I want you to have a great night tonight. Remember, take a cab or an Uber if you imbibe too much.
No, I literally, like, everything where I live is like, I don't even have a car. I walk everywhere I go.
Okay, then never mind. Hey, you're good to go.
Perfect.
That walk from headquarters. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I want my brick. Okay, I want the VFW to take that last 100 out for my gold legacy, and I want my brick. I do. I can't wait for it. I want to come up. I want to take you and Brian and Lynn out to dinner, so I can have my brick.
You have a place to crash. I have an extra bedroom. You can crash at my place, and I'd love to have you. You too.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hey, and that works for if you ever come to Tennessee. I got a veteran guest room. Fleek's got plenty of room. We would love to have you down here. Maybe I'll talk to.
I will be passing through this weekend through. I'm not sure what part of Tennessee, but I'm going to
Where?
pick my girlfriend up in Fort Liberty now, I guess, and we're going to drive back to Kansas City. So I guess
Where the hell's Fort Liberty?
Where's Fort Liberty?
Fort Bragg.
Oh,
you're going to North Kakalaki. Got it. See, it's the whole name change, man. I don't know what Fort Liberty is. I know Fort Rucker. I know Fort Bragg. I know Benning. I know, I know those names. I don't know these new names.
I don't know any forts, man. I'm used to naval air stations.
And I'm a camp guy. I'm a Marine, or Camp Lejeune, or Camp Pendleton.
That's right. All right, y'all. Thanks for having me on, and I really appreciate it. And I hope I had a fun time, and I hope that the audience gets a lot.
Yes, thanks for coming on, Ed. Thanks for your service, and send any of your comrades over to us, and we'd love to interview them.
Oh yeah, I will. I will send you some people's names.
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ed. Love you, man.
All right, take care, buddy.
Love you.
See you guys.